Hey guys, it's James. So I want to reveal a secret to you that some of you may not know. I've been asked so many times why I decided to become an actor, why I decided to go into performing. So the guesses are usually wrong. So you might have an idea of what you think it is, but you might be surprised at actually what it was. So when I grew up in a great neighborhood, but I went to a school that was in a different district than where I lived. I went to a school in Haddonfield, New Jersey, and I grew up in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. So all the kids in my neighborhood went to a completely different school system, and I didn't know them because you hang out with the kids you go to school with, and the people next door to me on either side, they didn't have kids. So that being said, when I would come home from school, instead of going out and playing with my friends because they didn't live near me, we had about an acre of woods behind my house that was part of our house. We owned it. And so I would drop my books down, depending upon the weather, and I'd beeline straight out into the backyard, into the woods. And I use my imagination, right? I use my imagination because I like to create. So I would create worlds. I would create worlds where I was on a magic carpet or going up in rocket ships or what was in this magical tree, right? That was how my imagination went. And it also allowed me to escape from the everyday trials and tribulations of life that kids deal with. Stress, whatever it is, homework, the fact that I didn't know kids in my neighborhood and, I could go to their house or they could come to my house, but, usually I just come home from school. So I would create all of these worlds. And I loved it. I would draw, I would paint, and I was always really, really, really creative. And it showed me the power of imagination, right? So just for an example, here we are in this pandemic, right? And we've been basically stuck at home for the most part. But the thing that is not stuck is this. You can go anywhere you want. You can create anything that you want to do. So as I got older and my interests started expanding in archaeology and oceanography and architecture and science, I love science and going to space and astronomy and astrology, I had this realization. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I could go become an architect. I could go become an oceanographer, which is what I wanted to do, or an archaeologist. I love discovery, right? Discovery, imagination. But if I became an actor, I could actually go and become each one of these things, learn about it, and then go and choose something else, become that, learn about it, go and choose something else, learn about that, and do it. So it allowed me to learn about different professions and different occupations and different people, while at the same time keeping my creativity. I didn't have to do just one, right? My mom used to say, you're a jack of all trades, master of none, right? And so a polymath is what they used to call them, right? People who did a lot of things. I love that. I love learning. So that's why I chose it. And then when I became a professional, I realized something. I realized that there was a purpose behind all of this. And the basic purpose for me is to try to inspire people with art and creativity, to try to change the world. Look, if one person could walk away from a concert or a show that I was involved with and thinking of life in a different way, or thinking, wow, maybe I can go do this, then I feel like I've done something. So the imagination is what all created that. And so by inspiring people through art, because I truly feel that art can change the world, I think that artists change the world. I think that it is the universal language. People respond to art. When you're watching a movie or looking at a painting or listening to a piece of music or watching a piece of live theater, people get inspired, they get moved, and they get inspired to use their imagination and think that the possibilities are out there for them. So that is the secret of how I got into or chose to become an actor. And now I use that to inspire and to help other artists do the same thing, because I truly feel that art heals and can change the world. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the little secret. Keep watching. Subscribe to my YouTube page. I want to blow that one up. Follow me on social media. Make sure you turn on the notifications to any of my pages, because that way you're going to know when I'm going live and new content comes up. All right. I hope this inspires you. Go out and think about something. Create something in your head, something that you never thought you'd be able to do. Put it in your mind. Create it. Dream it. Because once you dream it and you put it down, you can actually go and do it. All right, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for listening to The Secret.